Hello, I am British Army News senior producer, Royal Flash. Today we'll be interviewing one of the lieutenant generals who partook in the general race. Before we start, do you mind introducing yourself?
Hello. I'm hayley1978, and I am Lieutenant General of the British Army News.
What's it like to be the chief of the British Army News and a former temporary general?
Being temporary general was interesting. It was a lot of hard work, more hard work than I expected it to be. You have to be very on top of things, and it's a lot to split your time between 4 regiments instead of just the one you're used to. I enjoy being chief of band. It's an area I specialize in. I've always been into, writing. I've always been good at it, and so that's why I've been in band for so long.
So kind of like journalism?
Yeah, I was pretty good at English at secondary school, so it's always been something that's come naturally to me.
Gotcha. Which regiments were you planning on joining before you reached the rank of lieutenant general and get chosen for the general race?
Um, I wanted to join AGC because I study a form of law at college, and so it's something I've always been passionate about. I'm also very argumentative, well, can be, and so it's something that I'd be good at, and I really wanted to join it. But obviously Chiefs can't, apart from
Yeah,
patrol. What else? Kind of always wanted to be an IC, but that probably will never happen. But we'll see.
makes sense. How long have you been serving in the British Army?
Honestly, not that long at all. It's coming up to a year at the end of January, so 11 months.
Hmm. Is British Army News enjoyable to you, and why?
It is, in the sense of it's a really good community. You have the chance to get your work out there, whether that's photos, articles, video editing, whatever. So it's good for those who have a talent in that area. So in that aspect, it's enjoyable. But due to the nature of our duties, which is to put out a weekly newsletter, some may view it as slightly boring, but that's something since becoming chief I've been working on, and I think we're slowly getting there with improvements.
Gotcha. So, what would be your dream regiment to oversee if you ever end up being chosen for the general race again? Which,
The regiments I would love to oversee is AAC because the high com are lovely. RMC because RMC is my favorite, obviously. Ban and we'll stick with those 3 because I don't know about any others.
hmm. Um, do you feel like you contributed to British Army News Regiment and to the regiments you oversaw when you were a temporary general? Temporary general. I don't know why I stuttered.
100%.
Sorry.
I I said this in all my general race announcements. I achieved everything I wanted to. My aim for the general race wasn't to be flashy with everything I was doing. It was to be in contact constantly with the high coms to help their regiment improve. And I did it with AAC, did it with RMC. Ban pretty much nearly there, but I can do that as chief anyways. And Paras, we made some really good improvements as well, which was ultimately my goal. So I'm genuinely not even upset that I've lost the race. As for changing ban when I got chief, I feel like I've made a lot of improvements. Updated documents, new databases, new systems, everything like that. Everything was pretty much changed to make things more efficient. So I believe I've made a lot of progress with all the regiments I oversee as chief and general.
Sounds like you did a lot. So do you have any goals if you ever do become a general again? And what are those goals if you do?
Goals. As I said in the magazine that Reaper Atlas and Demented Berkeley made for me, my main goal would just be to be a voice for people. You know, there's
Yeah.
people are afraid to say or issues they're afraid to bring up out of fear of repercussions or judgment. And I just, as a general, you're the voice for the community, and I think that is something I've always wanted to be, and it's the reason I wanted to be general. It's to be a role model for people, and it's to be a voice for people who are afraid to speak up.
Sounds like quite a hefty goal. I would have to
Yeah,
say.
it is.
So, during the general race, did you accomplish everything? Which you kind of already said that earlier, but like with the
Yes,
regiments you oversaw.
massively. We did things to improve our MC regarding tryouts, getting their member count, to get their HR cap up because they're struggling with HRs at the moment. AAC nearly reached 100 members, and they were on 70 something when I first started overseeing them, which is amazing, and I hope they continue to up that number. Paras, we made some changes regarding systems when it comes to how HighCom handle things, and we also hosted a bunch of operations and practice inspections. So we made improvements. They might not seem like big improvements to ordinary people, but it's going to greatly impact the regiments and how they're run.
So, is there anything you wish you could have done before like the general race came to a close?
I wish AAC would have got their helis, because then they really would have had the opportunity to show activity, their skills, that sort of thing. However, that's a development problem, and therefore there's not a lot we can do about that one.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions I got for you. Is there any other comments you want to add before we close?
Just want to say thank you to everybody who supported me during the general race. Third is not a bad place. I'm still next in line for general. But yeah, I appreciated everyone that left really nice comments and stuff. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Alrighty, that concludes our interview. I hope you enjoyed this interview with the former temporary general. And yeah.